A promise made on the world stage, a bold, sweeping declaration meant to signal a new dawn. From thousands of miles away, the picture was painted in the brightest of colors. A Nigeria transformed, a battle won, a future secured. What Tinubu said about corruption.
The reform that I've embarked upon since I took over in Nigeria has been very impactful. I can beat my chest for that. It was initially painful, but today the result is blossoming. It's getting clearer to the people. We have more money to the economy, no more corruption. We have the governor of Central Bank here. You don't have to know him before you get the foreign exchange that you need. The speculators are out in our currency market. The door is open for businesses. Easy in, easy out.
We are building a new Nigeria where corruption has no place and where reforms are blossoming for the benefit of our people. No more corruption. Reforms blossoming. These are not just policy points. They are a symphony of hope. And for a moment you want to believe it. You want to see that blossom. But a claim this grand demands evidence. It demands scrutiny. So today, we decided to do just that. We went in search of this new Nigeria. Our first stop is the Global Scoreboard, the Corruption Perceptions Index, or CPI, by Transparency International. It's the world's most widely used gauge of public sector corruption. But how does it work? The CPI doesn't measure proven cases of corruption. Instead, it compiles the perceptions of experts and business leaders on how corrupt a country's public sector appears. And here, the music of the Promise Symphony begins to falter. Where does Nigeria rank? With a score of 26 out of 100? Nigeria is ranked 140th out of 180 countries. This isn't just a failing grade, it's a diagnosis. A score of 26 reflects ongoing systemic challenges. This perception of corruption is concentrated in vital sectors: the judiciary, the security forces, the oil industry, and government procurement.
Chatham House in 2024 revealed that over 61% of judges were likely to collect bribe to change the ruling. We have the ICPC's corruption index in 2020 that revealed that judges and the magistrates have received the highest amount of cash bribes, despite the fact that they are not, they have the least interaction with citizens. And then we have the UNODC, saying the same thing. So we have these reports that have highlighted the weakness in our judicial system. And some key factors to that weakness is political interference, and it's almost like if you are able to, for instance, steal a huge sum of money, you're able to pay your way, slow the system down, and get away with what you've done. We have the judicial system is also weakened by the slow processes, which frustrates, the efforts of the anti-corruption agencies, or even reduces the public trust in the judicial system. So it's the slow processes of prosecution, the fact that when cases are taken to the courts, it's there forever. So we need to find a way to have speedy dispensation of this high-profile cases. And we see that some countries in Europe have been able to establish, in Africa, have been able to establish an institution that only takes on high-profile corruption and economic crime cases. So what this allows is for speedy dispensation. So we are not spending 7-10 years in court for a case that Yes, so that is some of the things that we can do for the judicial sector.
This isn't the data of eradication; it's the data of an enduring disease. The world's perception isn't based on a speech, it's based on this concrete reality. The data shows a system still grappling with the same deep-rooted issues. But the CPI is just one piece of the puzzle. To see the full picture and how it affects everyday Nigerians, the proof is in the palaces being built while the people struggle to eat. Nigeria's Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has flaunted his millions of naira worth of mansion in Ibadan, Oyo State. This is according to a viral video seen by Daily Post on Tuesday. According to the video, Adelabu was spotted in the well-furnished white mansion with his supporters. The minister presides over a sector with multi-dimensional challenges of liquidity crisis, inadequate power supply, grid collapse, problematic tariff structures, tariff affordability concerns, and aging power equipment. According to Adelabu, the federal government owes electricity generation companies legacy debts amounting to N4 trillion as of the end of 2024. Wyke, the FCT minister, hides $2 million Florida mansion under wife and children's names. Documents expose wife as registered U.S. Democrat. West Africa Weekly source who did not wish to be named revealed that the property was purchased in a private transaction in March 2025, with Wyke deliberately omitting his name from the transaction while using the names of his wife and children in an attempt to get around questions involving asset disclosure and the source of funds used to purchase the property. According to public records, the Wyke family's new U.S. residence is a two-story mansion built in 1997, sitting on a 4076 square foot lot, complete with a garage and 2 parking spaces. The EFCC's sobering truth. The EFCC's own 2024 haul tells a story, but it's not the story of a problem solved. First, the convictions. 4,111 convictions. 364.5 billion naira recovered. And 214.5 million US dollars. And it's not just cash, it's assets. A massive 753-unit estate in Abuja seized. And these recoveries come from the very top. 30 billion naira recovered from the Beta Edu scandal alone. Proof that corruption isn't just alive, it's thriving at the highest levels of power. So we have these staggering figures on one hand, and on the other hand, we have this. Since 2002, only 4 major political convictions. This is the contradiction. The EFCC is busy, but is it busy with the small fish? Is justice truly being served? The EFCC's efforts are a start, but these figures scream a sobering, undeniable truth. Every single recovery is proof that the money was stolen in the first place. Corruption is still bleeding Nigeria dry. It's not enough to just recover the money after it's stolen. We have to stop it at the source. It's time for tougher, smarter action. It's time for true accountability for the powerful. It's time to stop corruption at its roots. Recovery is not enough. Stop it at the root. The Nigerian corporate exodus, an economic red alert. Since mid-2023, Nigeria has witnessed a massive corporate exodus. Major multinational giants like Procter & Gamble, GSK, Sanofi, and Diageo, the maker of Guinness, have shut down manufacturing or ended their direct operations in Nigeria. The reason? A perfect storm of economic chaos. First, the naira's drastic devaluation, crippling foreign exchange volatility, and an increasingly hostile business environment. These companies require dollars to import materials and to repatriate their profits. They simply can't operate sustainably anymore. The impact is severe, thousands of jobs lost, and a devastating blow to Nigeria's economy and its global reputation. While some companies transition to import-only models, their exit from local production is a stark verdict on the true state of the Nigerian economy under current policies. The Nigerian government shared exciting news. Japan was creating a special visa for Nigerians to live and work in a city called Kisarazu. But then the Japanese government itself came out and said that news was not true. They clarified that their hometown program is only about cultural exchanges and events, not about giving out special visas or letting people move there. This matters because it's another example of a pattern we're seeing. The government making big promises that don't match reality. It makes it harder to know what to believe. Rhetoric versus reality. The government's rhetoric promises an end to corruption and a thriving economy. But the reality tells a different story. Corruption is worse. CPI rank 145th. Companies are fleeing. P&G, GSK, Guinness. Promises are false. Japan visa denial. The evidence